Hello, this is Meta, and this is the stream where I talk about everything besides the drawing itself. Tonight we are going to be taking a fun little look at some Rodger personas. Mostly because I think it'd be funny. And, he is, Rodger is kind of a gay icon if you think about it. Anyway. Golden, yes, you are first. Which is crazy. If I can, Reddit, I'd vote that one. My stomach hurts. I think yesterday I didn't take my fucking meds or something, like I forgot to, and it's just kind of ruined my fucking stomach, which is fine. But I am, in general, excited. I know it's pretty late, but, it's, yeah. I forgore. I think that I will get into this. Golden, have you ever watched American Dad? I just want to know how familiar you're with the source material, source, if you will, the sauce. I think that a bit, yeah. Yeah, I mean, it really depends on what you're looking for, obviously, but I do enjoy it, Yep, we're drawing the gay fucking alien. Yes, we are. I know that some personas are more, famous than others, but, I wanted to draw two in particular, so that's what we're gonna do. Let's get into it. I don't know if I like this frame very much. Yeah, I mean, like, I don't know. I don't know how I feel about it. But, we're getting there, So, let me see. I guess I'll draw them on either side of each other, but this is Laura Vanderboven, and this is the leg man. Now, why did I choose a picture where Rodger's coked out as leg man? I thought it was fucking funny, that's why. Anyway. I think that what I'm gonna do is have them sort of mirror each other here, so, Laura's kind of, the embodiment of drag, if you think about it. Well, not really, but, like, she's up there. Also, someone literally did, cosplay her, which, I'm so happy about. But yeah, for those that don't understand the conceit of the stream, we are drawing, what, basically Rodger's personas if they were actually human, or what people actually see when they are looking at Rodger's personas, but I'm not going to do a Seth MacFarlane style here. I'm not doing that, because that's just a lot of work, and I don't want to. Now, kind of sort of this shape. I mean, there's so many good personas out there, you know, that I could have chosen. I mean, Ricky Spanish is obviously a fan favorite. I mean, we've gotten several episodes of Ricky Spanish. But also, like, Ricky is sort of like, his chaotic energy is, like, kind of hard to capture. Also, he would have, like, that fucking, like, a goatee, and I'm fucking awful at doing this, okay? So, let's see. Honestly, it's fun that they just have Rodger do the shit constantly, and, you know, it's one of the highlights of the show for me personally. Alright. I kind of want to keep Rodger's general face shape, which is hard to do, right? But, you know, we're gonna make it work, kind of, not really, but, you know, the intention's there, so. And, you know, the road to hell is paved with good ones, so that's what I always say. Anyway, Laura is specifically a persona in which Rodger tries to get sexually harassed so he can sue one of the office workers. It doesn't end up working out, however, so he has to create a second persona to harass the first persona. So yeah, that's pretty fun. I'm not really quite sure if this pink part of her design is supposed to be a garter or if it's supposed to be just her underwear. Either way, it's fun. I'm just going to assume it's a garter. Because, I mean, I can do whatever the fuck I want. So... So, I kind of want the eyes up here and, like, a mouth down here. Is generally what we're trying to do here. Hold up, I was waiting. I was waiting through Francis ads. I'm so sorry. I truly... So I only heard this is the persona where they try to get sexual. I mean, like, okay. Let me try and explain Laura again. So this is Laura Vanderbooben. Very important detail. Anyway, in this episode, Rodger finds out that suing people makes a lot of money for like workplace harassment. I think Stan brings it up or something. And so he dons this persona specifically for that purpose of trying to get hit on. This fails, and so he has to create a separate persona to sexually harass the first persona. So he ends up suing himself. Oh my god. This Lauren is Vanderbooben. No, little German man. Don't go into the weird alien cave. Ugh. Anyway. Fucking slay. she slays the house down Boots Sunday. I mean, by technicality, she is a short stack if you think about it. Mostly because, I mean, like, we don't really know Rodger's exact height, but, like, he's always portrayed to be, like, ever so slightly shorter than Steve. So I'm guessing he's, like, around 4 foot something. Buzz Team Natural Short Stack Alien. So true, so true. This is what peak performance looks like. I think I have a little bit of a problem with drawing lipstick. Mostly because lips are a weird feature for me if you don't do them correctly. Because, I mean, I think I've just been traumatized with the amount of girl character needs lips to be read as girl character. Like, Arlene is an abomination. Do not give lips to the fucking cat. Do not put lipstick on the cat. But we have to do it. It doesn't, I mean, it looks very fine on this art style because everything kind of has this sort of general style to it, so it's not like a jarring thing, you know? I'm gonna give her a bit of a tummy, you know. And here's the sketch for Laura. We're gonna come back to her. I don't even know where the fuck she's working, to be quite honest with you. Lipstick marks on other characters. You can draw the lipstick marks on the other characters, though. I don't think I do a very good job, but thank you. I'm mastering the art of lipstick marks, okay? Because those are just so fun. A big, like, I mean, they can be goofy, but they can also be hot, you know? It's a fun little dynamic. Alright. Let's go. Alright, and here's Legman. That one elder wood moored with the smooches on them. Man, it's been ages since I've drawn more. I really should get back to that. I'm better at drawing muscular characters now, so I feel like it'd look better, but man. Alright, it's time to draw fucking Legman. Legman is in a lot of different episodes, which is fun, because, Steve, likes to be Wheels, where he's the Legman, and it's this whole bit where they're, like, detectives. But, like, they're, like, actually kind of good detectives, which, like, it is kind of surprising, considering it's fucking Steve and Rodger. Though, I guess Rodger can do whatever he sets his mind to. So, you know, whatever. Now, let's see. Legman, is very funny. Well, he's one of the more reoccurring characters. I don't know if he ever dies directly, like his persona dies directly. I really can't. Like, some personas are just retired or put away until next time, you know? I'm actually quite a big fan of Dr. Penguin. I like him. I like Rodney. I think that, like, sweet, normal Rodger personas are, like, really funny to me. Like, something about, like, a character being that, like, straight up crazy, and just, like, having good advice or being, like, a wholesome, like, person is just kind of fun, you know? Let's see. Now, this is really funny. Let's see. I swear I remember, the alien being a mom persona once or twice. Yes, he has been. I mean, like, the ones on the top of my head are, like, I forget her name, but she's like a stereotypical Jewish mom or whatever. I think her name's like it's like a sex pun, which is fun, right? I mean, like he's done like a bunch of mom characters. He doesn't do many dad characters, which is kind of funny. I mean, I'm sure that, like, a lot of his personas, like, have kids or whatever, but that's not the same thing as being, like, an outright, like, dad stereotype, you know? I can only remember one where he's, like, trying to become, like, a cop, and, like, he's, like, so about being basically a cop, and, like, his family's just straight up in danger. I don't know how I feel about it. I don't know how I feel about the smirk. I'll figure it out. I'll figure it out. Let's see. I've been drawing a lot of fucking Pokemon for some reason. I don't know what it is. But, like, that has been, like, a thing that I've been doing. Pokemon, Jinka, mostly, but some, like, actual Fakemon. And not in, like, Sugimori style, but, like, just straight up Fakemon, or whatever. I'm feeling it out. I think I'm just in my, like, little creature phase. Oh, I was gonna talk about Spider-Verse suits and, like, colors, because I was, like, really getting into, like, color, well, not color theory, but in the fact that certain colors represent certain things in specific pieces of media. That's just how things go. Red doesn't always mean in a source of media that someone is, like, violent or whatever, you know? Hello, Lob! I'm so sorry I missed your stream. But how was it? I made sure to boost it. I hope it was fun. I'm glad that, you're already, what's it called? Basically, you're very close to, already being affiliate, which is really fun, you know. You get to have your own emotes and everything pretty soon, so. Let's see. No need to apologize. Well, you know, it's a weight off my shoulders. But, I mean, I want to support you. Beards are always so tricky. I think it's always because I favor female characters. Aw. It's no problem at all. I mean, you, like, seriously, I don't know how, like, you haven't, like, reached 1 million. I mean, like, it's, like, so, it's crazy. Yeah. I mean, yeah, like, I mean, I can do, like, this kind of beard pretty well. Or, like, if, like, the beard-mustache combo, like, that's pretty easy. But, like, when you have to, like, do something, like, with actual facial hair, it's sort of, like, weird, you know? Because I don't, like, every, like, specific style has, like, an exact sort of feeling to it. Yeah, like, and, like, stubble is so annoying. Stubble is, like, one of the most annoying things to put on a character, because it's, like, because it's not exactly a gray gradient, because that'll make your character look, like, weirdly washed out. Yeah, it's, like, sort of like a brownish gray that you have to do. And, yeah, like, you have to make it look like it's got, like, little marks and everything, otherwise you can kind of end up in, like, the Homer stubble category, and it just looks kind of strange, you know? So, I just tend to not bother with that one. It's just, I'm just like, you're either clean-shaven or you have fucking Merlin beard. I mean, Merlin beards are fun, you know? You know, do fucking this shit. I don't know. Have fun. Boom, hero wizard. I mean, I think it's also just the fact that, like, I started off drawing female characters. It's mostly because, you know, I am a girl, so I can, like, I understand the anatomy much better. But, like, it's also just the fact that, like, girls always have, like, cuter outfits and fun things like that. Get practice by drawing male Harvin characters. All of them have silly mustaches and such. Yeah, I like drawing beautiful, clean-shaven men. And to be fair, there's quite a lot of them out there, especially if you're looking at, like, anime or whatever, you know? But, like, when you get into, like, Western territory, like, you get just, like, a ton of characters that just have beards, and you just kind of have to deal with it, you know? But I'm straying further and further from my twink ancestors and drawing men that kind of actually look like men for real. No cap. Swain League of Legends, the ultimate twink. Like, despite being, you know, a little bit too old for a twink, he's managed to survive twink death somehow. He's managed to do it. I don't know how, but you know what? Good for him. Good for him. I think that Draven's weird-ass hair combination is just, like, it's so ratty, but it fits him so well. Ugh, God. Pirate Swain do be twunking it. Yeah, sometimes people go, hey guys, look at this twink here, and they pull up, like, a slightly hairy or muscular man, and I'm like, guys, words have meaning. You can't just say that to, like, any, like, slightly effeminate man. That's not how it works. It's not, it isn't. Words mean things. But also, I think that they've never heard the terms, like, otter, or, like, I mean, they might have heard, like, bearing twink. Those are the only two places that a man can be. Or just, like, regular straight man. I don't know. Yeah. Let me get Laura's color scheme here. No, I am pretty happy about these flat colors. I like using them incorrectly. Between Draven, Swain, and Oiled Up Butt Naked, who's winning the twerk off? I mean, it is Draven. He was built for that. He has the thug shaker. Also, I think that, like, Swain would literally kill himself. Hello, Morrow. We are drawing... Well, technically, we are drawing some short stacks. I mean, like, if you think about it, like technicality, Rodger is a short stack. I mean, he's got, like, hips for days. Like, Jesus Christ, man. It's funny. It's funny, we joke. That Vegal champion. Alright, now, let's get this off the screen. Yeah, so here we are. Here's our champions. It's funny that Legman just straight up doesn't have, like, an actual name. But, you know, that kind of fits him. It's like Bedman. But Bedman actually does have a name. It's Romeo. Strange, but it is true. That is his name. Unironically, the funniest thing ever was hearing a Swedish person refer to a short man like Tom Cruise as a short stack. I mean... man... Okay, I have to pray real quick before I say this next sentence out loud. You know? I don't know. Pray to whatever God or whatever. I don't fucking care. Anyway, does Tom Cruise have that gat, though? Oh, please don't clip that. Please, please, please. Alright, let's go. You know, what base tone can I get from this gray anyhow? Oh, it's actually in, like, a yellow color range. It's pretty strange. So, it'd be like around here that's like...
Gets Rodger from American Guy.
Oh my god, it's Rodger from American Guy. Good morning, USA. Kowalski analyze. I wish that they actually knew how to say OMG. That would be really funny. But, and the TTS is really fucking funny. I'm so happy that I figured it the fuck out. You know, it brings me joy. Brings me a little bit of joy in my life. Anyway.
OMG. Hey Peter, it's me Brian from Family Guy. I'm going to cross the road real quick.
No, Brian! Watch out for that SUV! Watch out for that SUV, Brian! I hate it here. I hate it here. I hope Brian dies again. Brian, look out! Oh, God. He has his AirPods in. No. I hope that dog dies again. I fucking hate that bitch. Guys, anyway, guys, comment down below what your favorite Family Guy funny moment is, and who your favorite Family Guy character is. Sorry, I dropped my Family Guy merchandise on the floor. I don't know, Peter has, like, someone make up Peter an android. I think it would be funny. Give Peter Griffin an android. Kind of want to give her like a sort of blush. This is so stupid. I love it here. I really do. Anyway, let's see. You guys want to talk about color theory? yeah, that sounds great. The Insane Aquarium. I do need to finish sacrificing the toddlers, but I don't think I don't want to really fucking do that right now. Is this an actual skin tone? Who fucking knows? I have to be funny. I have to not let the brain rot seep in. It's already seeped in. But you know, but with the power of denial, you can do anything. See, there's this river in Egypt, guys. It's pretty cool. I don't know if you've ever heard of it, though. Oh, yeah, I love colors. Just do not show me anything on the the purple, blue, pink, yellow, orange, or green spectrum. Okay. Here, I got you. Your favorite, your comfort colors, if you will. Yeah, let me get those up. So when I said that, I meant your comfort color. 'Cause black and white are not colors. See, that's if you've ever paid attention. That's for all of you who've ever paid attention in your middle school art class. It saves lives, you know. 50 million people every day forget what color's what, and it's really like a true, like you know, a plague on the society that we live in. I mean, what's next? Anyway, let's see. I was gonna actually, if you misname this color, I will kill you. I mean, normally I don't condone death threats, but if they're funny, then go for it. Now let's see. An actual topic that I was actually going to talk about was like suit colors, and you know what those is really meant to the characters in those specific instances or whatever. I'm talking about like fucking Spider-Verse because I miss it. I miss my baby girls. I do. Anyway, Miles' outfit is very, like, distinctly unique from Spider-Man, like, classic outfits, in which, you know, the typical, like, you get your majority red, subcolor blue. Those are the colors of Spider-Man. Even just, like, putting, like a really bright red and, like, sort of, like, this kind of blue together, like, that, like, it sort of, like, goes, oh my god, it's Spider-Man. Your brain, like, if you've ever seen anything Spider-Man, those are the colors that, like, immediately, like, trigger your spider senses, your Spider-Man radar, essentially. You know, it's kind of like gaydar, but worse. Oh my god, Spider-Man! Exactly, that's how it goes, right? But, you know, Miles doesn't have those exact colors. I mean, a lot of characters in this movie don't, because they aren't the traditional Spider-Men. Like, they aren't, and that's the point. And that's how the colors lead you to that point, right? So Miles, by technicality, actually does have. He has the red of Spider-Man. He does. But his costume is black. That is a straight up fact. That is the color of his suit. And it is fucking cool as shit. Okay, I mean, red and black are sort of fucking edgy colors, but they don't feel edgy. They don't feel edgy on Miles, I should say. They feel modern. They feel clean and distinct. He's his own entity, essentially. Wait, you said black was not a color. Hello, is this a serious stream? Considering what I'm fucking drawing, no. I'm sorry if you get out of my chat right now. That's right, spin. Anyway, yeah, so, yeah, those are Miles's colors. Those are the ones that you associate with Miles throughout the movie. Well, both movies. I mean, Miles doesn't fully get his suit until, like, the very end of the first movie, by technicality, but that shows that he's finally broken out from his idea of what a Spider-Man can be into what his current identity is as a Spider-Man, right? And an interesting parallel to this is Miguel's color scheme, because Miguel has a pretty similar color scheme to a regular Spider-Man, except they are inversed. He has red accents and navy blue. It's almost black. But it is to contrast Miles and him, right? Because it's very clear that he is reversed. Like, the color scheme that you typically associate with Peter Parker, that is flipped. But blue is not the same color as black. They are not opposites, but they are a reflection of one another. Because both Miles and Miguel are, you know, they are foils to one another. And they show very similar characteristics, even though they do not agree. Morally, they do not. Yeah, Miguel has a baby girl color scheme. To use technical terms, exactly. You know, you did it. Now, PB, you know, our, like, standard Peter Parker does wear the traditional, you know, red-blue suit. But throughout the movies, it is a very small fraction of his design. It's usually covered up with a jacket of some kind, which is his primary color scheme. So, in the first movie, it is this jaded green with gray sweatpants. That is what he's wearing throughout the entirety of the first movie, which reflects his general, like, mindset at the time, because he is the closest thing to a true Spider-Man, but he is not loud and proud about it like the first Peter that we meet in the movie is. So, it makes sense. In the second movie, he wears this very fluffy bathrobe, which is pink, which, I mean, like, it's supposed to make him friendlier, more bubbly. It shows his growth into a more empathetic, kinder, emotionally vulnerable character. Even though he's still not, like, directly displaying his Spider-Man colors, because he isn't really trying to be, like, a Spider-Man role model so much. Like, he's not really trying to be anything, he's just doing things. It's a concept or whatever, you know, of Spider-Man wearing clothes about that. It's so fucked up that they're not allowed to be proud and about, especially during Pride Month. Arachnophobes aren't cool. Exactly. Let's see. If you're an arachnophobe, get out of my fucking chat, bro. This blonde is a bit too yellow. And that's always, like, a pain to deal with, like, blondes. Or whatever. Because it's usually not this yellow. Yesterday I woke up because a spider climbed on me. I guided it off my bed. See, that's how you do it. I actually woke up to like one of those daddy long legs, like square, like right next to me on my bed or whatever, and I'm like, buddy, just like don't come on my bed, and I just kind of like made wind around the spider or whatever, so that it could land on the floor and do its thing. Because I like spiders. They are helpful because I hate flies. They are banes of me just having a good time in my fucking room, man. Like, what do you want? Guided to the afterlife! You fucking giga hammer that shit. Man, I guess this bright laser yellow works for the American Dad art style, but like when actually placing it on a human figure, it's hard to really work in. So I'm just gonna use it as like one of those kind of catchlight things. It'll work out. Anyway, let's talk about Gwen. It's Pride Month. It's Pride Month. Seriously, one of the most, I mean, this character is basically just... I mean, like a walking trans flag. I mean, I'm sorry. Anyway, hold on. This is just Garo Steve. Like, Steve from American Dad, or like Minecraft Steve. Because either way, Steve doesn't have blonde hair. I mean, like, Steve American Dad. I guess if you changed every single part of Steve, then I guess, yes. Garo mode in this art. He's missing the balls in his chin, just like his forefathers. I mean, I do love me some Garo fashion. There's so many different kinds of gals out there, and I mean, like, the subculture is just a lot of fun. Though, I mean, during the 90s, they didn't have an exact idea of the fact that it could be insensitive. Well, some could be. Some styles of makeup could be insensitive. But over the years, Garo has become more, like, incorporated with other things. And I'm mostly talking about, like, Garo, but, I mean, the point still stands. That same history didn't apply to Japanese people, so they wouldn't have the same ideas, obviously. Anyway, have a good rest of your night, Lop. I really enjoyed that you can make it. Anyway, have a great rest of your night. I hope that you have some sweet dreams, and like I'll like text you later or something. I don't know. Anyway, good night. All right, let's go. Yippee yahoo! Yippee. Bye-bye. Alright, let's see. Anyway, we were talking about Gwen. And, I mean, Gwen's basic color scheme is, like, an off-white, a black, and pink. Now, see, Gwen's eyes are blue, so if you really think about it, just kind of, get something, you know, I'm just making, you know, a Gwen flag. I mean, like, does this have to do with her character? Kind of, sort of. But let's actually talk about her actual, like, implications to that color scheme, right? I mean, Spider-Gwen is, in this movie specifically, is a, you know, a mirror or a reflection of Miles. She is almost a secondary main character, and she is, if you think about it, using lighter versions of Spider-Man colors. If you really think about it, these things are the same, but desaturated, which fits, like, Gwen's more sort of relaxed and more, methodical, calm approach to things. It makes her very serene, it makes her very graceful. I mean, the white, red, and blue of Spider-Man's design is carried over in this specific way. And she also matches with Miles' black that is in his design as well. I'm not quite sure what black is trying to convey to us here, but it is not a an evil color. That is not the intention at all. That's not what we're reading it as. It might be something to do with change. That might be my best guess. It's because most of the characters that contain black in their color schemes in some way are very future-focused individuals. I mean, Miles, Gwen, and Spot for main casts in the second movie. That is probably where we're going with that. And yes, we are talking about Gwendolyn! Now, I mean, I could be wrong. I mean, black can mean so many different things because it is such a versatile color that's used in a lot of things, right? So we don't actually entirely know exactly where we're going with it. But it also makes her a foil specifically to Miguel's design as well, because Miguel's design is an off black, whereas Gwen is almost entirely white in her color scheme. She is very clearly doing her own thing. She is in her own tempo, so to say. She is a more you can trace this back to watercolors. Her universe is made out of it, which can kind of make sense to why these colors are so desaturated in the fact that, if you desaturate red, you get pink. When you desaturate a navy, you get a light blue color. It's probably not the exact intention, but it is close to where we are trying to go with it, you know? Now, let's see. Let's talk about Spot. He is two tones, he is black and white, but he is also almost entirely white, which, black and white must mean something, because these colors are so ubiquitous, but it also is just what these characters from comics are known to be wearing. But, they did change quite a few designs for this movie, so it's not like they're being entirely... they're not trying to be entirely one-to-one with designs. Not necessarily. They will pick and choose what they like from each thing. Which I think is a smart approach to adaptation of designs. Because the character is still recognizable, but you can recognize that they are in a new format. They are not the same character, but they are one of many characters. You can even get this with Peter and the fact that he wears things over top of his spider suit during the original. I mean, the closest you see to an actual, truly regular Spider-Man suit is from a character that dies off in the first few minutes of the film, and a comic relief character who is a pig. The comic relief thing probably has to do with the fact that bright reds and blues scream iconic comic behavior. So having that be on a character that is so naturally exaggerated makes sense. But also it is really funny that he is just straight up John Mulaney pig, and he just straight up gives Miles like an actual good tip. Now, the exact opposite of Spider-Man's colors would be an orange and green. And orange and green is Green Goblin's color scheme. That's kind of why Green Goblin is designed the way he is. I mean, it's not entirely the reason, but that is a large large portion of it. Because the writers were like, what's the opposite of red? Green. What's the opposite of blue? Orange. And they were like, you know what also is green and orange? Pumpkins. That's so true. Now, am I making shit up? Yes, I am. But also, you can, unless you, straight up disprove something to me, then, I mean, it's pretty simple. The opposite of red is blue. I mean, in most contexts, the foil to red is blue. But on a color wheel, that is not the case. Alright. I'm gonna give Laura some space to chill. Honestly, she's kind of giving me, sort of Barbie Garo feel. Very fun, very cool. Anyway, let's talk about Spot, because he is a very large part of the second film. I mean, obviously, because he's,
Your word is formaldehyde.
Can you use it?
You need all the colors to make Rainbow Luigi. I mean, that is true. I mean, you're not wrong. Have you ever tried to make a rainbow, especially a Rainbow Luigi, without doing that? Except there is no. Except redacted. There is no redacted on a rainbow. That is true. I am gonna try and match some kind of color here. Anyway, Spot is essentially all possibilities wrapped into one. But he is very clearly unbalanced. That's his main idea. I mean, he slowly, he starts the movie as unassuming and unthreatening as a villain of the week, who basically doesn't even know how to really control his powers, into a shadow of Miles's own, the consequences of Miles's own actions, but also the idea of just consequences in general. He literally is the great expectations that Miles spray paints around himself in the first movie. It's a very nice touch. I mean, especially if you look at Abyss Spot's design compared to it, because that is the direct reference there. But it is also funny that a character that is almost entirely white is seen like this. He is explicitly hurting. He is explicitly just... he's insecure, but he's also trying to grapple with his new reality, which makes him a very good foil to teenagers, as weird as it is to say, because that is sort of something that they do have to deal with. Now let me talk about my favorite fucking boy, star of the show. I hope that he has a million fucking lines in the final fucking movie. Noir. I love Hank Scorpio Rodger. I mean, this is just what Legman is. This is what Legman looks like. Anyway, Noir is, for all intensive purposes, a bit. He is entirely... his color scheme is entirely based on his genre. I mean, you can also say that about the rest of the Spider-Verse supporting cast. As in, Penny has very cyberpunk colors to her. She's got this sort of a very specific look to her, but you can very easily tell that this is an interpretation of Spider-Man. Just as you can tell that Peter Porker is a more loony, cartoony version of Peter. That's his entire thing. That he's just into shenaniganery. It's his whole thing. Ugh. I need water. I'm gonna go on a K, and then I can talk about my favorite fucking character, I guess. See ya. Alright, I'm back. let's get back into it. Okay, good. Oh, this is perfect. Thank you, American Dad Outlines. I really appreciate the fact that you do this for me. Now let's see. Will that be the same? No, it won't be the same case for... Oh man, I completely just straight up... That's embarrassing. Her garter goes like this. Thank you, American Dad, for deciding to do this with your shading style. I really appreciate it. All right. Let's see. I forget what Legman looks. I forget what Legman's legs look like. Because Wheels is the actual one that is supposed to be paralyzed. Not Legman. Man. I kind of like his burgundy suit a little bit better. I might switch over to that one. Because I don't really like the sea captain look that we are currently serving. Giving, you know, yes ma. Yeah. Do shit, yeah. Yeah, this is feeling better. It was giving too naval, too marine. This is... I'm a weird fucking guy. I'm a weird little guy. It's not what it communicates at fucking all, but you know what I'm getting at, you know. Yeah. This is looking so much better. Mwah. Laura's kind of giving Princess Peach vibes. I think it's because she's just a blonde with pink on and with earrings. But, you know, I can't... You know, the associations just kind of naturally arise, you know? It's just kind of a thing that happens.
Before Shopify, were you
I don't,
where are my sales at? But now
superior Prince Paper Peach with dot eyes. I mean, Paper Peach is pretty nice, you know. Now give him his weird, stupid fucking belt. Man, my iPad is straight up burning. I love that for me. Now, here comes the fun part, is what color eyes, and I mean, Legman still has to gain skin. So, you know, that's another fun aspect of the journey. You know, it's gross. It's not even human skin color. It's like, we're figuring it out. You know, it's it's not giving like it needs to. Maybe. Yeah, I mean, yellow tints, like, I mean, that works, but it also messes with his fucking hair, which, is fun. I love it here. Yeah. I don't know how I feel about this leg man. I really don't. You know, I'm figuring out. Like I'm processing. It's like I have to go through each stage of grief all at once to figure out my place on this earth, and that's just kind of how things go. You know, that's how. You know, you just kind of have to accept that that's how you kind of have to deal with certain things. I wonder if she'd go for like a satiny skirt. I mean, that'd be fun. I'm doing this because it's fun. I know she doesn't actually have a choker. This is a necklace, but she's trying to get sexually harassed out here. She can't be playing no games. I don't know why I fucking said that. Anyway, whatever. I think toning down the colors is really helping out here. Because now I'm not feeling it, you know? It's not like a total thing, you know? I might give Laura brown eyes. I'm really not quite sure. I need to figure it out. I'm perplexed in the fucking pool. This shit's playing. I'm scared. Elmar, come get me. The water wraith's after me. And I'm not at the bottom floor yet. It's crazy that Louis just straight up ate a water wraith. I mean, like, it was after it was dead, but, like, still. That shit's crazy, bro. Like, what? I mean, he is crazy, but I love him. Love you, Louis. Anyway, yeah. Noir's color scheme is based off of his genre. That is his entire point. But also, it is pretty cool that he is one of the most morally aligned with, what's it called? He's the most morally aligned with Miles on certain things. I mean, he's one of the characters that never directly betrays him, which makes him having essentially team colors on, is sort of how you can read it, even though that's probably not really intentional. Tap water is actually dormant water wraiths. I still drink that shit up. I go to a restaurant and I drink like at least like 6 water wraiths. I need my water. It's not, I mean, that kind of sounds like a lot, but it really isn't. I mean, sorry for the service workers that refill my fucking glass, but it's better than me, like, drinking a bunch of soda, I guess. I don't drink coffee or anything else. I literally just drink water and the occasional boba or milkshake. But those are like desserts, you know? They aren't actual, like, they're not drinks in the traditional sense, you know? I'm not consuming them because I'm thirsty. I'm consuming them because I'm like, ooh, a little sweet treat. A little sweet treat for me. You know, a little treat. You know, and life is about little treats. It's about surviving each day until you get your next little treat. I need to buy a Harvester. It's like 89 cents on Steam right now. So if you like point and click adventure games, I highly recommend just getting it now, because it is just straight up so cheap. I don't know if I'm like, I feel like I kind of have to jump at that sale, you know? I mean, it's less than it's like less than the 99 cents that, like, even, like, really small games are, like, listed at, you know? But also, on the other hand, I'm like, I don't need to be wasting money on, like, an ancient point-and-click adventure game that notoriously has just bullshit mechanics and straight up has a very unplayable section at the end. But man, like, I also really like, I also, like, do enjoy, like, how campy it is. I don't even know if I can really stream it on Twitch without getting a TOS claim, but I really would. I mean, like, I think I'd try and stop before I would get to the fucking lodge part of the game. The lodge part of the game is where it gets bad. Yeah, the more I look at the skin color, the more I'm good with Legman being like this shade. been drawing Pokemon Gajinkas out here. I don't really know how you pronounce that word. No one's ever really pronounced, like, no one, I've never heard anyone pronounce it, is the thing. So, it just kind of leaves you in this state of, like, I guess I'll just say however it looks. Which isn't a good form of figuring out how things are supposed to, like, sound out or whatever, especially in foreign languages. It's especially a rotten case if you don't, like, you're not, like, a native English speaker, or you are a native English speaker and you still, like, look at an English word and go, I don't know what this mean, like, what this word is, because you've never heard it in an actual sentence before. I think that English is an especially toxic language when it comes to that, just because of all of our, like, weird little exceptions. It's a fun little game of, oh yeah, we do mean that, except when we don't mean that. And it just, it's a thing that happens quite often. It really does. I before E, except after C. Like, you have to memorize these kinds of things, but it's still not entirely, like, foolproof as a strategy, you know? There's tons of weird little English rules out there. But I always did good with that. I think it's because I like being specific. So I try my best to communicate effectively. I think the main thing I'm missing now is their eye colors. Which is gonna be a pain. It really is. Do not try to sound out. Yeah, I mean, like, if you try and say this word out loud and you've never heard it be pronounced before, it will just throw you for a loop, because it really shouldn't sound the way it does. But it does. And some letters in certain words are just completely silent because they felt like it. They just felt like adding more letters to a word. Or sometimes they don't add enough letters. But they still make that sound because fuck you, I guess. But yeah, silhouette is fun. How would you try and sound out silhouette? Silhouette. I mean, certain words are just fucking garbage to spell, but most of the time, because they're so infamous for the way that they're spelt, they actually become easier to spell because, you know, it's a hard word. But, like, the word that always gets me turned around the most is the word Brian or brain, because I keep on mixing it up. I used to have the same trouble with friend and fiend, well, or fiend with an R, but I figured out that friend has the word end in it, so that helped me clear up my spelling confusion. But I don't know what it is, but I keep on, like, I use brain in a lot more conversations than, you know, I would think, you know. It is also funny whenever I'm trying to spell the word hell or heal, like he will conjugated. but I don't add, like, what's it called? Kana. I can never spell guard easily. Yeah, I mean, I think it's always, like, the two vowels that always get it the roughest. I mean, commas are very important, but in most situations online, you never really use them unless you are directly using conjugation, which it makes some pretty funny, like, misunderstandings if you don't, because most people don't type, like, fully grammatically correct sentences. They'll give you an idea or a gist of a sentence, but they'll never use things like punctuation unless they're like, let's go plus plus plus, you know, like, or if they're asked, like, but even when they're asking a question, you can tell that they're asking a question because of the words that come before it, you know? So it tends to be a case of, like, autism check, but also just, like, it's a fun form of generalized English that is, it is pretty interesting to look at, you know? Let's see. How do you feel about Legman with brown eyes? I don't know how I'm feeling about it. Maybe I need to give him something a little different. Maybe a little bit something extra. I don't... The blue eyes aren't doing it. Really, I don't know. Anyway, I've got me some very fun emotes that we've got in chat. I made sure to add some new ones. I especially like this one. Because it's a funny cat, and everyone knows that funny cats are inherently better than everything else on the internet. I need an official study on the use of those and crocodile as tone indicators and reaction. I do not get the white circles. I really don't. It's like staring at, like, hieroglyphs trying to figure out something, because, like, it's one of those times where I just feel so out of the loop on something, you know? I mean, I can kind of see the feeling of, like, a crocodile. That crocodile has, like, some kind of personality to it. Like, it's got, like a general feel to it. Like, there's a vibe that's there. I don't know if it's the exact vibe that they're going for, but, you know. I do like the amount of side-eye animals, though. Those are fun. For a while, I just use, it's just emojis that don't appear on Twitch. That's interesting. So those are just, like, placeholders for something I can't see. Yeah, they are. They are literally redacted. I can't... Yeah, if I scroll over them, there's just nothing there. Like, from mobile phones... Oh, yeah, I can see it here. I can see the emojis on my phone here. Yeah, I can see them. I mean, like, I feel like you can tell the general purpose of shark biting wire. Like, I feel like there's multiple uses for shark biting wire, okay? Like, it's a feeling. But it's also, like, an action. You can do that. I mean, like, it's something that you can use quite often. But, yeah, for, like... I think it's funny when people use, the horse emoji, like, after telling, like, one of those, how hungry are you kind of things, like, setups. Because those are funny. I don't know what the beaver is, though. I guess, like, if you're hunched over a computer. I wish that, it was, a shrimp, though. I wish there was more shrimp emojis. I wish there was more, general, like, weird little creatures on your phone. I want an isopod. I want a living shrimp. I don't want just, like, a fried shrimp. Yeah, you can use it as stream just cut out. Or, with any technical difficulties, honestly, you can use shark biting wire. But you can also use it as, I am biting you. I am eating your art. I am... or you can just use it as streamers being stupid or obtuse. Those are all situations where you can use it. The vague out emote is just there because, I mean, like, it's kind of hard to make little emotes. It's my first real true attempt at it. But also I think it's fun to just have, like, a little creature just sort of generally unimpressed. I think it's a fun use of the character. Anyway, how are you liking it, Morrow? How do you feel about fucking Vega? Oh, not Vega in total, just this one little piece of art. Yes, I see. The beaver emoji has, like, to me has several meanings. The general, yeah, I mean, like, it does kind of give them, like, autism dino hands. Where beavers are like, me tree, me black river. They are, like, I feel like they'd have, like, a union or something, you know? Like, beavers seem like the type of animal that, like, would have, like, designated, like, labor unions or something like that. I think I'm projecting. No, I'm not. They totally have them. Anyway, people are, like, kind of, like, simping over John Arbuckle. And I needed to say that before, like, the Garfield movie becomes, like, one of those, oh yeah, that happened kind of things. But yes, people, like, I mean, like, people already kind of simped for John. But there was also a large hater base for John. Like, there was, like, a dedicated hater base for John Arbuckle. And, you know, those people are just straight up, like, unhinged lunatics. But so are the John Arbuckle I'd smash crowd. So, like... I mean, we kind of reach equilibrium Also, I love that video of the beaver scaring the cat away. I hate when people go hear me out on, like, just a normal human being. Or, like, just a straight up, like, conventionally attractive character. Like, wow, that sure is a human man. I mean, like, what? Did he even, like, commit, like, a war crime? Like, what happened? Those are where my, like, thoughts tend to go. Because, like, hear me outs are supposed to be, like, you kind of have to, like, battle, like, you have to argue your position. You have to get people to understand the general idea of your, like, your hear me outs. You know, that's the whole point. But, like, also, I think it's funny whenever people just use words, like, things that, like, things that don't mean fucking anything anymore, or whatever, just because. Oh, there's a video of, like, a cat scaring away a bear. Because cats just do not give two fucks. It's, like, crazy. Yeah, they need to be rizzing up Allied Master Computer Cunty. I mean, I'm not gonna say no. But, like, yeah, Am is a hear me out because despite fan interpretation, he does not have a body. The only thing you are basing it off of is, I don't know, the entire fucking planet and his personality. That is what you're basing it off of. Which is a much more like, it makes it more compelling than, like, going, oh yes, Princess Peach is my hear me out. Like, that's not a hear me out, that's a you have eyes check. Or you are a specific, like, you're into women check. Like, you're into, like, blonde women check. Like, that's it. Like, I think my first hear me out that I've ever heard someone, like, be like, yes, that is my hear me out. And I had to, like, think about it. It was during, like, high school or whatever. Alright, guys, hear me out. Bowsette. I mean, like, if it's, like, a cool kaiju Bowsette, but, like regular, like, whatever the fuck people were doing with her. Guys, that's so crazy. I can't believe he would...
Hear me out, boobs.
Oh my god, guys. That's a new one, guys. That's crazy. Okay, guys. Guys, if you want to profess how horny you are over a character, just go, give me one chance, please. You don't have to go through all this shit. Wow, guys. This is crazy. This is crazy. And then we're getting too crazy up in here. Anyway, the first hear me out I've ever heard from, like, an actual friend of mine comes, like, later, like, I realize that it's not, like, that crazy, but, like, still it is, was Other Mother from Coraline, and we're not talking about her base form. She was not talking about base form Other Mother. She was talking about spider form Other Mother. And, you know, I had to, like, contend with the fact that, like, Other Mother as, like, a child scared the shit out of me, like, because I had, like, a very healthy relationship with my mother or whatever. She was basically my only parent. So having, like, someone pretend to be someone I care about and lure me into, like, a false sense of security was absolutely terrifying. But as I grew up, it became less of, like, an issue because I was less of a kid or whatever, yeah. But yeah, they're like, spider form Other Mother is so fucking hot, bro. You need to understand Alright.
Alright, hear me out. Blow high but with big boobies.
Is that how that's pronounced? I feel like it isn't, but you know what? Whatever. I mean, shark with boob. I mean, shark with boob is pretty good. Put your hear me outs in the comments down below this video, and I'll give it a heart. And I'll give it a heart. I had it here. What do you think, guys? Do you think my impression was good? Do you think people will like and subscribe, comment? Actually, a real hear me out is from LT. I need to look this up. Hear me out. 500 dineros. Sorry, skin. I need to look up what you're talking about. Lord of the Rings. The one to rule them all. Okay, so they're a big fucking spider. Is what I'm seeing. I mean, people are into this. I feel like absolutely someone would be like, yes. They are so hot. You don't understand. Anyway. People need to understand the art of real hear me outs, because I'm tired of these pussy ass engagement farms getting like 100 likes. It's over being like, hey guys, hear me out on Bayonetta. Wow, congratulations on having eyes. Next, it's crazy that you did that. One day I should play Pokemon Smash or Pass, because I think it would be fucking funny. Is a massive spider that sucked life out of the World Tree or something. Sucked? Yo, guys. It's crazy that, like, Smash. It's crazy that, like, in one of the Transformer cartoons, like, there was just, like, a mom that was, like, crazy down bad for, like, Optimus Prime or whatever. And the writers just left that in. They were like, yeah, I know what the freaks want. And you know what? To be fair, I mean, like, there's quite a variety of people on the internet that would really, really want that, you know?
Smash or pass Vespa Queen?
Vespa Queen? I mean, like, her body shape's nice, and she isn't, like, entirely female, so, like, the ratios are nice. It's on that, you know? But, you know, I think it's her head that's not really into that, you know, kind of thing. Also, I don't know how we would really, like, I don't want to be around a bunch of compies. Smash, she's thick. So, I don't know. Like, she is thick. Like, this is, like, in the middle for me, you know? I think, like, it's generally just the face that's getting me. Because, other than that, I'd say Smash, but she's got a butter face, so pass. I'm sorry, guys. I'm not a real monster fucker. But also, I don't really want those combies staring at me as I make out with their queen. It'd be weird. I mean, combi, like, they deserve. Oh, hey, yo, what the fuck? You need to. Are you? It sounds like. Are you threatening me? Are you threatening me in fucking Skechers? So you are not a queen of legends then. The workers of the hive, and you're the new progenitor of the hive. I don't know how I would... How would I even... Like, we're trying to... The main thing is I really, really think about it. But also, bees... Like, bumblebees are really cute, but most bees fucking scare me. I don't really like buzzing. It freaks me out. So I don't think it would work out. But I do wish her the best, you know. She's a slay queen, girl boss slay. I think I'm gonna line this like after stream or whatever. But let's take a look at them without lines. You know, this is a pretty finished drawing. I'm pretty happy with this, you know? You know, I'd go for like a couple of like... I mean, I'll go for like some detailing on her garter at some point, you know? It'll be cute. I don't know. Maybe next stream we'll do a fucking smash or pass. Actually, I feel like any matriarchal character / monster who can speak is a viable hear me out. Also, yeah, these turned out solid. Yeah, I mean, like, the most matriarchal characters / monsters are, like, viable hear me outs. I mean, like, they just they tend to be more human shaped / more... Like, you can understand, like, the general apotheosis. Whereas, if, like, someone came up to me and was like, hear me out on Heatran, I'd be like, okay, let's step back a few steps. First of all, what the fuck is Heatran? I think that Heatran's supposed to be, like, sort of like an anteater, but not really. It's very unclear. Secondly... How? But you know what? If you can explain, I'm here to listen. And that's the main thing. There's some weird-ass motherfuckers. I mean, it's true. Anyway. Heatrans! Oh my god, guys, happy Pride Month. Salute to the flag. Let me fucking see. I think that next stream will either be a point-and-click adventure game, or we will be doing a Monster High stream, which will be fun either way. Anyway, I hope that you guys have had a good time, or whatever. I certainly did. This was a lot of fun. I really did have a lot of fun with this. I hope that the rest of you have a good night, a good rest of your evening, a good day. You know, have a good night, guys. I'll see you next week when, either next Friday or Saturday. Bye-bye.